going on? TJ here for Midlife Karting Crisis, or as you may have seen, we've changed the name of the channel to Midlife Racing Crisis. And the reason being, well, we're kind of going to be transitioning away from karting full-time to this thing right back here, which is obviously not a go-kart. That is a race car. Move out of the way here. You've seen it before here on the channel. If you haven't, I'd suggest take this time to kind of go back and you can learn a little bit about what the Formula First car is. But a lot of change is going to be happening here on this channel and over on our social media. So I want to just kind of take a few minutes here and talk about it with you guys here that support the channel. First and foremost, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and especially if you're a subscriber and you watch our other videos. I can't thank you enough. This whole thing started, with the go-kart over there back in 16, I guess it was, 2016. And I just thought I want to document my racing activities. If you don't know my story, I raced as a kid growing up, and when I got in my late 20s, just kind of hung the helmet up. Fast forward 20-some plus years later, kind of got the itch to get behind the wheel again, so I started go-kart racing. At that time, I thought, I definitely want to document it, just for my own personal benefit, just be able to, go back and enjoy the memories of coming back and racing. But I didn't want to fill up my Facebook post and then all my friends' news feed with go-kart stuff. So I thought, I'll start a page to, kind of keep an eye on this. So I can have someplace to put it, and if anybody wants to come look at it or follow it, they can. But if not, like I said, it just would be filling up my Facebook feed. So I created the Midlife Karting Crisis Facebook page. That got some traction. People started following it, enjoying it far more than I ever thought they, I go back to, I can't believe anybody outside of my immediate family is the least bit interested in anything I'm doing. But we started to gain some followers, started to get some interaction. So I decided, hey, let's do a YouTube channel as well. In the process of that, one of the things I wanted to do was to also promote my business. First and foremost, the idea originally was, hey, let's just put this up so that, as I age, as my kids grow and my grandkids grow up, with social media now, and as easy it is to make a video, just like I'm doing right now, I just thought this will be really cool. Future generations of my family will be able to go back and see, in some great high quality video and photographs, be able to see what their grandfather, their great-grandfather, their great-great-grandfather was doing in his spare time, back in the day. So I want to put all this on social media for that purpose. In the process of that, I thought, this might be a good way to promote my business a little bit. For those of you who are maybe new or haven't gone back and looked in the old videos, I am an AMSOIL dealer. I'm an independent AMSOIL dealer, which means I sell AMSOIL products, everything from racing products to stuff that you put in your car, motor oil, whatever. Visit winningsynthetics.com, that's my website. I didn't want this to be a big commercial for AMSOIL or for the website, but I do mention every now and again, and if I do find a product that I really enjoy using, I think that some of the viewers out there will get a benefit from, sure, I'm going to definitely tell you about it, and I'm going to promote it here on the page. There's a lot of ways people monetize social media here on YouTube. Once you've hit the 10,000 subscriber mark and you meet a few other criteria as far as how long people have watched your videos, and I'm not going to bore you with that, you can start to get monetized. But I'm telling you, it is chump change. Some of the biggest YouTubers, with over 1 million subscribers, they're not making what most people in the United States would consider a good living, let alone a great living. So, my thought was, I'm not going to ask people for money. I'm not going to start any kind of premium subscription service, mostly because I didn't think anybody would be the least bit interested in anything I was doing. But I thought, you know what? I know that when I feel I'm getting some value, some benefit, whether I'm being entertained, or whatever, I like to step up and see if I can help out, in some small way. See a musician playing on the street, if I like their playing, I throw them a few bucks. That person worked really hard to provide me that entertainment, so I'll pitch in when I can. And I thought, there's gonna be some other like-minded people. So my thought was, rather than buy my t-shirt, buy my coffee mug, buy my whatever else you see people sell on YouTube and social media, that's their thing, that's cool. But I thought, here's what I'll do. I'll offer up some stuff that you're gonna buy. If you drive a vehicle, you have to have the oil changed at some time. Hey, do me a favor, if you're so inclined, visit my website and buy some stuff. So that's what I was doing. Whole reason I bring this up is because here very recently, I kind of had some time to think, and I put a Facebook post up that essentially read, I sponsored some racing series and some divisions in kart racing through my business, Winning Synthetics. I said it was just a little disappointing that I didn't hardly gain but maybe 2 or 3 customers out of it. Spent several $1,000s, sponsoring the classes, which provided trophies and some other things. And my thought was, I certainly under no circumstances did I think that everybody that was going to participate was going to jump on board and start buying all their oil and lubricants for their go-kart from me. However, I was hoping that it would inspire a few folks to support those people who are supporting them, and jumping on and finding something they could buy from Winning Synthetics that would benefit them. If it wasn't there was something. There's hundreds of products anyway. And I got some negative feedback on that, which I thought was very interesting. So I just kind of wanted to kind of set the record with what we're going to be doing with this, what we're doing moving forward, and what the purpose of this channel is. I'm not an expert in a whole lot of anything, and it's certainly not racing cars or wrenching them or anything else. My goal was to, one, share my experience, share what I was learning, because I do a lot of learning on YouTube. If I need to know how to do something, I usually go straight to YouTube first to see if there's any help there, and there usually is. So I thought, again, I'm just going to pay back. Here's what I learned. If it can help you, great. If not, no big deal. The other thing I wanted to do too is, as the Facebook page grew, I thought, there might be some other people out there like me. At the time I was 51 years old. I just turned 53 a couple of weeks ago. And I thought, there's gonna be some people maybe that had a passion at some point in their life. Maybe it was golf, tennis, fishing, painting, playing a musical instrument, whatever it was. Maybe if someone sees a guy like me, just an average dude, had decided to jump back in and chase his passion again, maybe I could inspire some other people to do the same thing, and maybe give them a little better quality of life. That was really kind of, after the first year, what Midlife Karting Crisis was all about. Midlife Karting Crisis then became morphed into a second page, Midlife Hockey Crisis. Even did a podcast for that for a while, which is going to be part of this rebranding. We're going to merge all this together. But I started playing hockey to stay in shape for motorsports during the off season. Fell in love with the game and having a blast. And again, you can go to Midlife Hockey Crisis on Facebook or YouTube and check that out as well. But again, my goal was never to, here's how to go faster, here's how to tune your carburetor better, here is how to dial your tires or dial your chassis in better. That was never my intention. Number one, I don't think I'm really qualified to do that. And number two, that just wasn't my gig. Karting is such a niche sport. Motorsports in general. It's not like golf or basketball where a lot of people participated on different levels. Motorsports is pretty much a niche sport. Either you're in it or you're out of it. If you're not in it, you don't know anything about it. You don't know anything. It just isn't a very large audience. So that's why I intentionally stayed away from being real technical. Getting into things like that. I wanted to show the fun stuff. I wanted to show the travel part of it that I enjoyed. I wanted to show the camaraderie that I really enjoyed. The competition that I really enjoyed, and also there's some mechanical stuff I learned. I'm not a trained mechanic by any stretch of the imagination. I learned what I know about working on automobiles and mechanical things. I learned from owning a go-kart when I was in high school. My father wasn't real mechanically inclined, so I kind of learned by trial and error. And again, I figure, hey, there's gonna be some other people in that same boat. I can help them out. Again, I just kind of look at it as karma, paying back. So, as we move forward with this and our big rebranding, which is coming very soon, I know I've been teasing it, but I'm just taking my time on this because I want to really do it right. But our goal, again, is to, one, provide entertaining content. That first and foremost, I want to entertain you. So somebody said, I think you like being a media person more than you like racing. Well, if that means entertaining people, then yes. I've been an entertainer my whole life, whether it's been through playing in bands, playing musical instruments, being a nightclub disc jockey or whatever. Yes, I love entertaining people. I love it to death. It's something I think I got a pretty good handle on. I think I'm pretty good at it. So yeah, I love doing that. Absolutely love it. I also love racing. It's kind of one of those things that I've done it on a lot of different levels. I've done it on the small level where you're just racing for family and friends. I've done it at a level where people pay money to come watch you do it. I absolutely love that too. You can have more than one passion. The fact that I can take two of these things and combine them and share it with you here, to me that's kind of cool. That's what I'm going to do. So what do I want to do? Number one, I want to entertain you, provide you some great content. You come home after a long day's work, flip through YouTube, you see one of my videos pop up, you look at it and you go, all right, I can turn my brain off for the next 10 or 12 minutes and just enjoy what this cat's doing. Number two, inspire some people to maybe jump back into a passion or take up something new. Like I said, I'm 53 years old. When I started this whole program, I had just turned 51. And I truly believe that, at this age, we're reaching the prime of our lives. Most folks financially are at a point where they have disposable income. They're empty nesters now, so a lot of those responsibilities are gone. Suddenly you find yourself with no kids in the house, no grandkids, and maybe not as many bills as you had before. So you start looking, what can I do with my time? You've heard the expression midlife crisis. That's where the name for this channel came from. Well, doing a little research on that today, I found that kind of would hit people when they would feel like suddenly they hadn't accomplished anything, and it usually hits people in their late 40s, mid 40s, early 50s, and maybe this is something to help somebody get through that, inspire them to take up, like I said, anything from art to fishing, golf, whatever it is. Just get back into something that makes you happy, get you some exercise, get your body moving, and it leads to better quality of life. That's kind of what this is all about. So again, if you're looking, if you're a budding race driver and you're looking what's the best way to tune the chassis of your Formula First car, I'm not going to be that guy. I don't know anything about these cars yet. I know how to pick it up and put it on the rolling pads here, and I'm going to take the wheels and tires off here in a little bit and start taking the motor out here in the next few days. But I'm learning as we go along. I'm going to share that learning experience with you. I'll make mistakes. I'll do things wrong. That's part of life. That's how it goes. But as far as our channel goes, as far as this race car goes, this is our next project. I say ours. It's myself. It's my wife. Even though you don't see her on here a lot, you'll see her from time to time. She's part of the team. I couldn't do this without her. I wouldn't do this without her. Without her support, her blessing, it would take all the joy out of it for me. So she's been very, very supportive on this, been very, very supportive on the hockey. In fact, she even pushed me into that. That's a story I'll tell you later. But what you're going to be seeing on our channel next is going to be the preparation of this race car over here. The go-kart's still sitting right over here. You can't see it off camera, but it is literally 6 feet away from me. We're still going to race that too next year. We're going to combine the two and just have lots of fun. Again, if anybody's got any questions whatsoever about what I'm doing or advice, what would you like to see on the channel? What are some things you'd like to see? Maybe there's some things I started to talk about and got sidetracked and didn't finish up you'd like to hear about. Or if maybe you're my age, or you're approaching that midlife part of your life and you're doing something, I'd love to hear, what are you doing? Maybe we may have you on as a guest one day or something like that. But just leave a comment down below. And again, if you haven't subscribed yet, if you're so inclined, please do. Again, I will do my very best to bring you some really good content. Sometimes it'll be real serious. Sometimes it'll be pretty silly, which I'm pretty silly anyway. I tend to look at everything. I'm looking for the laughs first. I'm of the opinion, if you're not laughing, you're not living. So laugh first. Do this. If you can do this, laugh while you're doing it, even better. So anyway, appreciate you stopping by. Again, lots of stuff in the works. I don't want to say anything yet, just because how things are. They take different turns and twists, but it's going to be a ton of fun. We'll document it here, and I think we'll provide you some great content. Again, leave a comment. Please make sure to subscribe. Ring that notification bell too. That goes a long way in helping us share our message here. And also, if you'd like to support the channel, I don't have a Patreon or anything like that set up. We might do something like that later. But I'm not asking for your money. I am asking, though, that when you do need to change the oil in your car, your lawnmower, your snow machine, your snow blower, winter's coming up, please visit Winning Synthetics, winningsynthetics.com. That's my AMSOIL dealership page. You can find some stuff. I guarantee if you can find something on there that you could buy 2 or 3 times a year, I would be forever grateful. And I'm going to give you the highest quality product of that nature that's available on the market. AMSOIL is one of the very best motor oil companies on the planet, plus everything else they make. You're going to be very happy with your purchase. So check it out, winningsynthetics.com. Again, everybody, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again soon.